What's up, everybody? This is Rob of Archangel Inc., www.archangelinc.com, and in this video, I want to go over formatting. I want to go over using our updated skeleton file, the Archangel Inc. skeleton file, which there will be a link for down in the description below, for creating your own ebook. And I am going to do a little bit of work on the Publish Professional, which is my title, available for free on Amazon. How Self-Publishing Can Help Build Your Brand, Attract More Clients, and Increase Sales by Rob Archangel. And just going to go over a little bit of what's involved, and you can see the associated blog post, which I will also include in the description down below, which goes over formatting and the importance of formatting and how we got into it, the things that we've learned over time, and other related information. But basically, the idea with the skeleton file is you can just kind of copy and paste into this existing project. And let's see. So I'm going to back that out and actually just fill it in. Just type it in to here, professional, and then we'll highlight over the subtitle and get rid of that. All right, clean that up a little bit. Written by yours truly. And archangelinc.com. All right, so the copyright page is this is the ISBN that we have, and cover that a little bit in the other video that I'm planning to do on CreateSpace formatting. So for the digital edition, we can just go ahead and ignore that. The table of contents. Actually, let's go down copyright, and let's say we're doing it this year, 2018, copyright of Rob Archangel. This ebook is licensed for your personal enjoyment only. It may not be resold or given away to other people. If you'd like to share this book, please purchase an additional copy. Now, obviously, for most books, that's going to apply. They're not going to be free. In this case, it is going to be free. I'll just leave that there for the time being. And there's our little bit of branding, the formatting template provided by Archangel Inc. So dedication or disclaimer, if you have any of those, you can add that here. In this case, I don't have any dedication or disclaimer, so we can just go ahead and delete that. And let's see. There we go. If you have a front call to action, so for example, hey, thanks for checking out this book. Sign up for my website and you'll get a free resource guide on this topic, something like that. A lot of authors will include that, and you are welcome to if you'd like. And if not, you can also delete it. In this case, we will. Our table of contents. So table of contents we have over here, and I will actually go ahead and let's see, copy this and paste it, and then we will work on that a little bit later once everything is complete. Preface: How One Man Earned $70,000 by Accident. So this is the chapter style, the chapter heading, and we want to keep that in place and just indicate what the chapter name is going to be. In this case, preface, and fill in the rest of it. Now, it goes without saying that you want to preferably have your book edited and proofread before you start formalizing any of this formatting information, especially if you are sending it back and forth between an editor or a proofreader or whomever. and you're using a finished formatted file, things can get lost in translation and the formatting can be really particular. So I wouldn't advise doing the actual formatting until you're totally done in that stage and you have a ready to go finished file. So anyway, we highlighted all of the dummy text, the lorem ipsum text that I have up there, and I will go ahead and copy it and paste it. In this case, we had extra paragraph breaks, but because we have that built into the paragraph style here, let's see if we can pull up the styles pane. This is normal, and we have certain parameters that we built into this style. I'll scooch that over a little bit. And if you right click and look on paragraph, you can see some of those settings. So we don't have any indentation. Automatically adjust right indent when document grid is defined. That's irrelevant in this case. But yeah, another important element here, spacing. Between different paragraphs of the same style, we have 12 points of spacing. So let's say I wanted to change that, and I'll make that 0 points, and then you can see what happens. When this changes, then the space between these paragraphs change. I don't want to do that, so I will back that out. But you can actually change it as your default in your style. So you would click over here and modify the style. You can make all sorts of different changes. You can change the default font, font size. You can change the justification, whether it's, right aligned, center aligned, left aligned, vice versa, or justified. In ebook formatting, I would recommend left aligned. That's what we have as our default here, and that works just fine for e-reader purposes because the end user is going to customize that reading experience. You don't want to set it for them. And you can also change other elements here. The paragraph spacing, as I mentioned before, you can change it all the way across the style, and you can change the line spacing, single, double, etc. Anyway, the purpose of this skeleton file that we put together is a lot of these decisions, we figured out over time what tends to look good, what renders in a way that is pleasing and effective across multiple different devices. And that's kind of what you want to do. You want to make sure that it's going to render as smoothly as possible for the widest range of users. So avoid needless formatting particularities if you can avoid them. Have the bare minimum there to deliver your content so that the user can decide how they end up experiencing it. Okay, so let's continue on down. Want to do next chapter is going to be the introduction, and we'll copy all of this introduction, a couple pages here, and paste it, and then remove those paragraph breaks again. And once you do that, you should be good to go. Now you may notice that when you copy and paste it, it may keep certain elements of your source file. Over here, this style is also set as normal, so when it goes here, it is just the same normal. But if that wasn't the case, it may end up copying over your old font style, and might be here, so you'd have to go and apply the normal setting, and then it would change it if you have it highlighted. So there are a lot of little details and kind of finicky things like that you might want to keep an eye out for. I'm not going to get into all of that in this simple formatting video, but maybe I will in subsequent videos if there's interest. If not, don't worry too much about it. This is just a basic overview. Okay, so let's go ahead and close that styles pane out. We'll jump to the very end and about the author. We have one of those sections already established in our skeleton file here. We've got a call to action. Again, this is going to be tailored to each author. It may be something like sign up for my website, not write a review. That's usually a separate form. Sign up, come over to my website, sign up for my email list, visit my YouTube channel, purchase this product, reach out and schedule a consultation. There are all sorts of things that you could include there, but we'll remove that for the moment. Remove the call to review as well for the moment. And then about the author, and then you can insert your own author image, which I will do right over here. We'll copy that, we'll paste it, we'll center that about the author, we'll copy my bio, and we'll paste that, and make sure that we are still on that one page. There we go. So one of the things you'll notice as well, we created a style for paragraph under image, and that is, let's see, modify style. And that's got a little bit different spacing. I pointed out it was 12-point spacing earlier. Now it's going to be 54-point spacing before. So you want a little extra space there. Again, these are kind of the little details that are involved, and that's what the skeleton file is designed to assist with. So you don't have to mess around and figure out if it's 20-point spacing or 14-point spacing or 40-point spacing or anything like that. Anyway, let's cover the other short summary of the table of contents. So we have our table of contents inserted here, and delete that. So we will highlight the preface, first one, and we will hyperlink in the document and the headings. Now, part of the reason that we create the chapter headings the way that we do and assign those a heading 2 designation is so that when you go and search for it, you can actually find the corresponding chapter title, and you'd create that there. We'll also change this to TOC, so you see we had a different spacing setting there because we want it to be tighter and not have as much spacing as the normal. And we'll go over to the introduction and right click, hyperlink, document headings, introduction, so forth. Okay, so let's see, we go and we click on it. Great, it brings us to where we want it to be in that document. And then we also have as a default set up here back to top, which will bring you back to the table of contents. So if you're searching through the book and you go to a particular chapter and you think, oh wait, this isn't where I wanted to go, let me go back to the table of contents so I can find where I intended to go. You can do that. Click on introduction, and that brings us to the introduction. That's what we want. Back to top. Sometimes these links will get broken and you'll have to reset them, and it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but that's okay. That is what it is. So we can go to hyperlink and edit hyperlink this document, and then this is why we also assign that heading 2 title over to the table of contents, because we can create that as a clickable heading in our document here. So click on it and we're back. So anyway, that's the gist of it. You can check out the Smashwords style guide. I will include the link to that as well down below, and that has a lot of details on what is involved in digital formatting. That was the resource that I used when I first learned it. It's almost like doing your taxes by hand rather than with I don't know, TurboTax software. You kind of learn the back end and how everything works, and once you have that, it makes it a little bit easier to do it yourself in different contexts, and possibly use different software or so forth. So it gives you a good overview. But anyway, I hope that's been helpful. This is hopefully a not too involved but useful enough overview into formatting for the digital edition. And stay tuned. On a subsequent video, I will talk about formatting for CreateSpace, and we'll do another similar little demo like this. This is Rob Archangel of archangelinc.com. I will see you folks next time.